Hey, I'm Chase, and this is All Things Random. Today, we're heading out to the gun range. Now, about a month ago, I picked up a ballistic helmet and a single panel second chance vest that is previously used on eBay. I bought the helmet for about $60 from a military surplus, and I bought the ballistic panel itself for about $30. It is used. The seller said it was about 9 years old, and I know they expire after about 5 years. Now, it did not come with a carrier itself, so we're going to have to get creative out at the range. It is pretty cold outside, so we'll have to sort of makeshift a way to keep it on the stand. Now, before we get started, let's go over the ballistic rating for both the helmet and the vest. Now, the helmet and the vest both are a level 3A rating, which means they stop basically every single handgun minus something like an FN57, which basically shoots a rifle round. Any rifle outside of that will penetrate the vest. However, we are going to shoot it with a 223 today just to sort of prove a point of how they are susceptible to rifle rounds. Now the drive is going to be long. Let's head out. Just a balmy 32 degrees here out at the range. Let's get shooting. Here are some of the guns we have brought to the range. We're going to be shooting ball and hollow point out of these. Then out of the ARs, we're going to be shooting tap and ball also. Now here's how we set up the vest. We used duct tape and just segregated 3 different sections off so we could have something to aim at. A 9mm, a 40mm, and at the bottom, the 223. Now we'll be shooting a round of ball in each one, and a round of hollow point in the 9, a round of hollow point in the 40, and a tap round in the 223 as a test. My buddy Ben built this stand specifically for this test, and all we could use was duct tape to secure it to the stand itself. At this point, I wish I would have purchased a carrier because this just wasn't working out. Because of the issue of it falling off, we just took the vest back to the bench to do an analysis on the rounds we just shot. This was the hollow point, the top one was the ball. You can see on the back it didn't penetrate through, but I would like to see sort of what it looked like, so I used a knife and I dug it out. And if you look, the round just mushroomed on the Kevlar vest. Actually pretty cool. Back at the bench, once again, we have the top being the ball and the bottom being the hollow point. Now, these are a little larger, and I still expected the Kevlar to not penetrate through, but instead of just one, I decided to cut both of these out to take a look. Both like the 9 and no penetration on the back. Like a hot knife through butter, this thing had no chance. So the first one went like this. Well, yours went like this.
Yeah.
And then mine, which was facing straight on,
did end up stopping.
Okay, sweet.
Man, it's still gonna give you a headache.
Oh yeah. There ain't no getting around that one. But I'll take the headache.
Oh yeah. I take my headache.
So this is the tap. Blew right through. It's gonna kill you. Of course, this is the. Probably see an exit too. Oh yeah. This actually is smaller than this, but that's probably because it's not tumbling around or.
Now that we're back in the studio here at home, let's go over sort of what happened. Now, the ballistic vest and the ballistic helmet did exactly what I would thought. They're rated for pistol rounds and they stop the pistol rounds. Now, I didn't have the ability to shoot a 45 caliber. However, I know ballistics, and even though a 45 has more punching power, it doesn't necessarily have more penetrating power. A 9+P has more penetrating power because it travels at a higher velocity. So it still would have stopped a 45 caliber gun. It just would have had more impact if you were wearing it on your body. And as for the 223, even the tap round went right through as if you were wearing just an additional layer of clothing. Clearly, it's not meant to stop a rifle round. However, I do have a couple steel ballistic panels that are level 4 and a ballistic vest coming from Wish. They sell ballistic gear apparently, and the entire setup is under $100. We're going to be testing that the moment it comes in. So hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, leave a comment down below and tell me what you want to see next. Until next time. And I forgot to mention, the bleeding head targets don't bleed, they explode. They would be great for long range shooting, which is going to be in a video in the future, but we're going to wait for the snow to melt now that it's snowing outside. Stay tuned.